Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the Foreign Language Teaching Series. My name is Anton Garcia Fernandez, coming to you from the small town of Martin in the state of Tennessee, here in the United States of America. And today we have a very interesting conversation about a Basque language total immersion preschool that exists in the United States of America in Boise, Idaho. It's the only Basque language school in the United States, and we are joined from there, from the Boiseko Ikastola, by Sarah Artis and Garazi Fernández Cacho. Welcome to the show and thank you for being here.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, I can tell you, I was very surprised to find that this institution existed. And so I wanted to know a little bit what the origins of this Boiseko Ikastola are.
27 years ago, a group of Basque parents decided they wanted the opportunity to revive a dying language. So they got together and created Boiseko Ikastola, which used to be on the campus of Boise State University.
And so I suppose that this means that in that part of the country, there is a big Basque community, or at least a sizable Basque community.
Yes, Boise has the largest Basque community in America.
So how long have Basque people been living in that part of the country? Do you know?
Well, it has been for a while because, like, let's say, like the last century, a lot of Basque people emigrate from the Basque country to different parts of America,
Right.
mostly Idaho, Boise, and in Nevada, to work, I think, mostly as a
Shepherds. They came as shepherds to work here
Yeah,
in the early 1900s.
yeah.
Okay, well that's really interesting. And so at some point several years ago, the Icastola began. You, Sarah, are the director of the Icastola right now. Do you get any assistance from the government of the Basque Country?
We absolutely do. They not only support us, but they give us a teacher every year from their university, and they cover all the expenses for that intern to come to our school. That intern is here for 6 months. Garazi is here for 1 year, but the intern gets the opportunity to learn from our teachers for 6 months.
That sounds really interesting. Now I'm wondering also about the kids that attend your preschool. This is a preschool. Do you have any kids that already speak Basque before they started your school or not?
Yeah. Yes. You do not have to be Basque to attend our school. However, half of the children are, and those parents have a grandma or grandpa, which is a chicha, eta amuma, and they speak Basque at home. So we are just helping them remember and just work towards their vocabulary.
So do these kids have opportunities to speak Basque outside of the class,
Yes.
within their family, in the community?
Yes, what's happened is during the time that General Francisco Franco reigned in Spain, there's a generation in there that lost the language. And so the grandparents are fluent, but the parents of the children are not. So our goal is to not only help the children, but to send a vocabulary home weekly for the parents to build that conversation with their children and with their parents.
So some of the kids already speak a little Basque, but then there are also other kids that I suppose don't speak Basque. So for the non-Basque speakers, what is attractive for the families of these kids about your school that they are interested in sending their kids who don't speak Basque to your school?
We have a very rich culture here, and a lot of parents love our Basque culture. We have a block, an area downtown that's a restaurant, a museum, a sports center. Everything that is Basque is down on that block. They also teach the children Basque dancing. There is a group for children from 4 up to 15, and then an adult group from 15 and up. I was an Oankati all through high school. That's what they're called, Oankatis. And so the parents find our culture very enjoyable, And one of the things that we focus on at the school is we not only build their vocabulary, but we teach them about the enriched culture. We live, we do cooking, we do everything. If there's a holiday in the Basque Country, we celebrate that holiday here on the same day so that we have that connection. We also have a video feed with the Basque Country, and they always get the opportunity to see how our school is growing.
So the school is a preschool, and so when the kids leave the school, of course, they don't have any other institution of that kind to do K through 12 or anything like that. But what do you think that the kids take from this experience of being totally immersed in the Basque language and culture at your school?
Well, I think that they have like the respect to other cultures, like the ability to know that there are more cultures in the world, and some of them maybe are bigger, others smaller, but you have to respect and understand every of them. So I think that yeah, that's for me the main point with them, so they can know that there are more cultures around the world, and the respect to that.
How many students would you say overall you have at the school at this point?
Well, this year we have 16. Last year we had 20, and the year before that we had 31. So it's very much on a cycle. You have to be able to be curious about our culture to want to be here, to have your child be immersed in this environment. So every year it's different.
Is it a financially viable institution? Or in what ways is it a financially viable institution when you have 16 kids, which is not a huge amount?
No, it's not. We're a nonprofit. We are under the Basque Museum Cultural Center's umbrella. So we do fundraisers throughout the year to help support us being here. And we try to keep our tuition very economical. We teach the children music, they have dance, we do field trips, but we're not really in it for the money. We're in it for the culture and sharing the value of what our language and people are about.
And so, what, Sarah, would you say your vision is for the future of the Boiseko Ikastola in Boise, Idaho?
Well, our vision is to grow, of course, and we would love to be able to, that window before 3 years old, to be able to get an infant care so that those children are completely immersed in Euskera. And when they hit 3 years old, then the next step would move to us. And then also create a program that once they graduate from here, they would spend a few more formative years enhancing their language.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the most beautiful thing to us.
Have you had former students, former kids in your school who have gotten a chance to travel to the Basque Country and actually use the language there in person?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And not only that, Hialdi was a big festival last year that happens every 5 years. And everyone came here, and the children took their parents down, and they were the educational resource for their parents because they knew all things Basque that were going to happen during the festival. So the children have lots of opportunities to educate their parents with the culture and the language. And some of them do set the goal to travel, and they go and visit past teachers. And then they send home pictures to us about they saw their teacher, they got to go to the school that teacher is now at. So there is a very enriching relationship that the children create and continue to have with their teachers.
I think you mentioned that the teachers are there for about a year. Is there any reason why you are not thinking of having the teachers in there working for a longer period of time, like 2 years, 3 years, something like that? Why 1 year?
Because it gives more people from the Basque country to be able to have this opportunity. We are one of the shining stars out of the Basque country. Since we're the only preschool in America, they are extremely elated to have a relationship with our school. We sometimes get 80 applicants to be here, and to whittle them down to just two people is not easy to do. But, you know, this gives everyone an opportunity. They're fresh, their language is fresh, cultures change, things enhance, and it just keeps us in the moment.
So you would say that the Ikastola is fairly well known in the Basque Country.
Oh, we are super well known. During Hialdi, all the news media in the Basque Country, on the radio and on TV, all flew here to interview our school, to film it. We had many people come from the festival, but put their faces up on the glass in the window to want to see what was the Ikastola all about. Mm-hmm. So we also gave tours, and some famous bands that are in the Basque Country came here and performed for us privately, because it is something to be able to say you have been at this school.
Well, I know you're rushed for time, so I have one more question for Sarah, and then I will have a few questions in Spanish for Garazi. Sarah, I read on your website that you grew up in the Basque community in Boise, Idaho. Mm-hmm. What was that like?
Well, really quite lovely. My grandparents were very involved in the community. My grandmother had a radio station for 25 years in Basque, and she reached out to the shepherds, always letting them know what was going on, not only in this community, but was going on in the Basque country that they were missing. My grandfather had a gas station, and since a lot of people had broken English and they didn't trust, they were able to trust my grandfather to repair their vehicle. And so I grew up in that world, and it was really quite lovely. And it encouraged me later on to move to Spain and live in the Basque country. And I can say that it was 5 of the most enriching years of my life to be able to experience the language, the culture in real time. Mm-hmm. It was a great opportunity.
Well, I find that incredibly.
I'm very proud to be Basque.
Well, that sounds really interesting. You know, to be among different cultures within a place like Idaho, where usually I think most people don't think of Idaho as a place where Basque people live, but now I know at least that is the case, and also in Nevada and that part of the United States. So I'll let you go about your business if you need to do that, Sarah, or you can stay.
I'll just listen. I speak Spanish, so I'll listen.
Okay, well, tengo algunas preguntas también para Garazi, y me gustaría saber de qué manera te enteraste de esta oportunidad para trabajar y dar clase en la Ikastola en Boise.
Pues básicamente yo lo conocí por redes sociales hace unos años. Intenté ya hace unos años venir aquí, apliqué, pero no salió. Y luego este último año pues volví a intentarlo y ya había tenido más experiencia trabajando, había trabajado ya en el País Vasco como profesora, entonces ya pude venir aquí, pero básicamente me enteré por Facebook, redes sociales y todas estas cosas de hoy en día.
¿Qué es lo que te atrajo de este puesto y, por supuesto, de esta institución?
Bueno, pues por un lado me parece una oportunidad increíble poder trabajar de lo que me gusta, que es ser maestra en el extranjero, pero encima esto era algo bastante especial porque, bueno, yo siempre he estado muy ligada a mis raíces, a mi cultura, he estado en muchas diferentes asociaciones culturales allí en el País Vasco, entonces, pues poder venir aquí y dar clases en euskera y enseñando mi cultura, pero a la vez estando tan lejos de casa, pues me parece una maravilla, vamos, es un sueño. Y eso, y luego además es un colegio muy pequeño, muy familiar, y sí, es como sentirte en casa lejos de casa.
Uh-huh. Y viviendo lejos de casa en Boise, Idaho,
Eso es.
¿qué elementos de la cultura vasca has identificado ahí? O sea, ¿hay algo que puedas identificar como, no digo en las escuelas, no me refiero más en la comunidad, en esa parte del país?
Bueno, aquí básicamente en el Basque Block, que es la zona en la que están pues, los restaurantes o bares vascos. La verdad que es una zona como sentirte en casa. Los bares, la arquitectura de los bares
Es el mismo.
es como si fuese un bar
Yeah.
de cualquier pueblo de allí.
Y además tenemos una cena cada mes para los members.
Ajá.
Sí, y luego eso, pues hay grupos para aprender a tocar instrumentos vascos,
Yeah.
grupos de danzas y de diferentes, bueno, cosas culturales, así que es como estar en casa.
Ujú. Bueno, eso es una de las cosas que yo más echo de menos en Tennessee, porque evidentemente Tennessee no tiene mar y yo al haber nacido en Vigo, en Galicia, pues el mar es una de las cosas que uno más echa de menos en una parte del país que, bueno, tiene ríos, pero no es exactamente lo mismo. ¿Qué otro tipo de actividades culturales tú personalmente organizas para los alumnos y para las alumnas, para los niños y niñas que tienes a tu cargo? Además, por supuesto, de enseñarles de una manera inmersiva la lengua vasca.
Bueno, en el colegio en lo que yo me enfoco bastante es en transmitir la cultura mediante música. Mi formación ha sido básicamente en educación musical. Entonces, me parece que para aprender un idioma y una cultura, la música es una manera maravillosa.
Ujú.
Bueno, la música y la danza, entonces hacemos bastantes pues, bailes vascos, luego trabajar mucho canciones en euskera, que es una manera para que ellos también cojan el vocabulario y gramática de las frases.
Y en ese sentido, la música, el hecho de que tú te dedicas a la música en gran parte y eres música en ese sentido, ¿de qué manera te ha ayudado la música para dar clase, para ser profesora, para ser maestra?
Pues me parece que sí, un poco para todo, la verdad. He trabajado yo la música para enseñar temas culturales y diferentes temáticas y luego también en lo más gramatical, vocabulario, entonces todo mediante música. Luego también para que aprendan, por ejemplo, los números o diferentes eh, cómo pronunciar las palabras
Ujú.
mediante juegos de ritmos. Es una
Ujú.
manera mucho más sencilla para ellos para aprenderlo.
Ujú. Y en un país como los Estados Unidos, que por supuesto pues, tiene diferentes culturas viviendo en las diferentes partes del país, diferentes lenguas que se hablan. Por ejemplo, aquí en Tennessee el español se habla muchísimo y yo que soy en mi tiempo libre árbitro de fútbol, de partidos de fútbol de las ligas de los high schools y los middle schools y todo esto aquí, pues utilizo en esos partidos tanto el inglés como el español en muchas
Ujú. Sí.
ocasiones. En cuanto al euskera, en un país como los Estados Unidos, en el que, por supuesto, el euskera se habla, pero solo de una manera bastante mínima o marginal, por así decirlo. ¿En qué sentidos supone una ventaja para estos alumnos y alumnas tener esta inmersión total en la lengua euskera?
Bueno, como ya he dicho antes, para mí el aprender otro idioma lo que te da es un respeto y un conocimiento hacia otras culturas que ya no solamente para el País Vasco o en el euskera, sino el respetar que haya gente en Boise o tanto en todo el país que vaya a hablar euskera, castellano o cualquier otro idioma. Entonces, para mí eso es un punto muy importante. Y luego, ya en lo propio vasco, que los niños puedan saber de dónde vienen, sus antepasados de dónde son y bueno, al final disfrutar un poco de eso y los que no tienen nada que ver con el País Vasco o que hasta ahora no han tenido esa oportunidad, bueno, es una manera de que ellos luego puedan decidir. Hay algunos que vayan a viajar allí porque tienen curiosidad y ver cómo es. Entonces, es una manera de promocionar también nuestra cultura y nuestro país.
Ujú.
Es cuando tú has dado clase en otras partes del mundo, creo que he leído que has estado en Argentina.
Y, bueno, en Argentina estuve haciendo cursos de cultura, no estuve en un colegio
Ujú.
y luego he estado en Irlanda trabajando,
En
eso sí.
Irlanda, en el País Vasco, por supuesto. ¿De qué manera es diferente dar clase en los Estados Unidos y dar clase en particular en esa institución que es la Boiseko Ikastola?
Bueno, Estados Unidos no sé cómo serán los demás colegios porque no he trabajado ahí, solamente en este, entonces creo que es algo bastante diferente a lo que sería trabajar en un colegio más estándar, digamos, de Estados Unidos, porque esto, lo que te decía antes, es como estar en casa, es un colegio muy pequeño en el que hay una clase y estamos todos juntos y pasas con los niños muchas horas porque estás todo el rato tú con ellos. Entonces la relación es muy cercana, con las familias es una relación muy cercana.
Yeah.
Entonces, bueno, eso sí que también es un poco diferente al País Vasco, que por lo general los colegios, pues hay infantil unas cuantas clases, en primaria unas cuantas clases, entonces hay pues muchas familias y muchos alumnos. Esto es una pequeña comunidad que todo el mundo se conoce. Entonces, eso sí que es diferente a lo que he vivido hasta ahora trabajando.
Y como sé que queda más o menos un minuto así, última pregunta. Dos lenguas que son tan diferentes como el inglés y el euskera, cuando tú estás en una clase dando clase en euskera y hablando en euskera con
Sí.
con los alumnos, ¿en qué momentos se mezclan ambas lenguas y, y de qué manera se mezclan ambas lenguas?
Pues al final llega un momento que a veces hacemos un mix de idiomas, pero bueno, se intenta siempre reforzar y hacer, al menos las profesoras, todo lo que podemos en euskera, así que utilizamos mucho movimiento corporal para que ellos nos entiendan, porque hay igual palabras o frases que ellos no comprenden, entonces mucho con señas. Pero bueno, muchas veces hay frases que son un poco mix de inglés y de euskera, así que un poco como, como se va pudiendo, pero bueno, como son pequeños, repetir frases muy sencillas y que sean siempre las mismas para que las vayan mentalizando y las vayan aprendiendo. Entonces, que sea como muy mecánico, frases pues de por favor, puedo ir al baño, eh, tengo sed,
Ujú.
este tipo de frases muy sencillas que sean siempre en euskera.
Y números y colores.
Sí, bueno, y luego vocabulario de números, colores y demás, claro.
¿Y qué planes tienes cuando termines de dar clase este año en Boise, Idaho?
Ella, el plan es volver a casa, al País Vasco y ya seguir allí trabajando.
Pues muy bien. Thank you so much, Garazi, and thank you so much also, Sarah. I think your institution is extremely fascinating, and it has been
Thank you.
wonderful for me to get to shine a little bit of a spotlight on it and get to learn a little bit more about the Basque community and the Basque preschool in Boise, Idaho. It has really been a pleasure, and I really thank you so very much for your time. Skerrik asko.
Yeah,
Es que
eskerrik
recasco.
asko. Agur.
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 Agur.